Good morning! It's drive time with Dave. Oh my gosh. I'm Dave. I'll be your seatbeltless driver. So, we are lost. We had no questions overnight. I'm talking to myself in the third person, as in we. We had no questions. But that's okay. We have lots to talk about. That sounds ridiculous. And the point of that is, it's ridiculous that people would refer to themselves in the third person. So it was kind of the way I was starting off my drive time this morning, because I was amused by the whole thing. Because I talked to a guy yesterday, and that's what he did for, I don't know, like 30 minutes. Oh, my camera's I'm trying a new camera this morning, so this is a little confusing. The camera does not look level or something. I don't know. Okay. And you would think that I would omit that part from the video instead of leaving it in. So, also, thanks so much for all the fantastic comments and messages. So, we're going to talk about products. That was a question that Miss Dawn Post asked about products. So products to me are just it's things that we're going to sell. It, in my opinion, doesn't matter. All I care about is, will it sell? And like I was talking about the dog food, it's all about, can I buy it and can I sell it? And when you buy something that you're not comfortable with, you should get it listed immediately. The urgency is now there, so it doesn't matter whether you're comfortable or not. Once you've spent the money, you need to get it up for sale. There's not a question in my mind. It needs to go up for sale. Then once you start selling it, suddenly you become a dog food expert, or a hand soap expert, or candy, or we can keep going down the line. You just, when you're out looking, you have to slow down and just look at everything. You'll miss that. You could miss that one item that'll make all the difference in the sales during your growth period. You find that one item, dog food. All of a sudden, you can buy, 50 cases. You got $300 to spend, and you can buy 50 cases of it and send it in. And they start selling, and you're making $6-7 profit. Well, you've again doubled your money, one for one. Your $300 is now going to be $600. And then you take that $600 and you do it again. And I repeat myself so much, guys. I apologize, but I do. It's all a reminder of the sheer simplicity of what we do. And it is so simple. There's an overwhelming fear to come outside of your comfort zone. Come outside your little box of products. Remember your little box? And as we add products, that box is bigger and bigger and bigger. And once that box is so big, that's when we start figuring out how to hire help. Because we need extra people to start carrying our big, heavy box of products. That's right. And when you've purchased an item, and it's one that you specifically know sells, you just made money. That's it. So when I take $500 and I buy $500 worth of dog food, I know in the next 30 days or 60 days, whatever my sell-through rate, whatever my return on inventory, whatever my inventory turn time is going to be, some of that comes with experience. And when you find something, and I'm specifically referring to Amazon, you have to do a manual calculation when you go through and look at completed and solds and figure out on eBay how much stuff is sold and the time frames that it's sold in to determine how quickly your product is going to sell based on the demand. Clearly, supply and demand is always in play when you're dealing in name brand, fast-moving products. We'll call them fast-moving. Because some products look like they're fast-moving. They simply don't, because there's no demand. I'm referring back to dog food because it had a very high sales ranking on Amazon. I mean, it was 82,000, and that's crazy. When you get into the sub 100,000, that typically, and this is just my experience, and everyone may not have the same experience that I do. Anything under 100,000 sells within a few weeks. So I bought some Linksys routers that were on clearance at Target. They had 3 left, and I bought them, and 2 of them sold the next day, and the 3rd one sold 6 days later. They were all in that sub 100,000 ranking. So, as an example, networking equipment. You're looking for brand new, any kind of brand new routers. You got to stop and price check them. You got to look online. You got to see, will this wireless router, can I make any money off of it? Right? You go in a pawn shop and you go over to the cameras. Look at their price. Look on Amazon under used. Look on eBay under used. And what you'll find, and there's a way to do this, where, and I know a gentleman that makes okay money. I'm just going to say it's okay. He buys camera lenses, bodies, camcorders, handy cams, and accessories. Accessories. This is the key. And this is the key to success on reselling the items you're buying on eBay on Amazon. 2 weeks ago, one of my very first videos, one of the comments got buried 10 pages deep. Ask if it's possible to buy off eBay and put it back on eBay. That is an incredibly difficult task. But it is not incredibly difficult to buy a camera body, some lenses. You get a deal on a lens, and you look at the lens on Amazon, and that lens is, oh man, there's only like $5 profit. I can't do it. But all of a sudden you take that lens and you put it with a camera body, and then you put it with a couple of filters, you put it with a microphone, you put it with a flash, SD card, and you got yourself a nice little bundle. And you take some pictures of your bundle, and you write a very nice description, and you start it off key with whatever that camera body is, including whatever the lenses are, right? And suddenly you have something that you can make $50, $60, $70 on. Now, a camera body is an expensive piece of inventory, but you move into Canon 70Ds, 60Ds, 80Ds, you're looking at Canon 6Ds. You could get TI6s, you can get TI5s, TI3s. Listen, there's a lot of them. You create bundles. I talked about this the other day about creating bundles, or putting 3 items together in a bundle and putting it on eBay. You buy stuff at a dollar store and create a bundle out of it, a package to sell on eBay. On Amazon, you create a mixed bundle, buying stuff off eBay and putting it on Amazon. So a camera body will cost you, let's say $300. You might have $100 in a lens. Now, you're buying them on eBay at, you snipe those. You get like, okay, well, there's $10 profit in this lens, and there's $10 profit in this camera body. Well, there's actually not, because, by the time you calculate the fees and shipping on Amazon, it's like, oh my gosh, I'm making $2. But suddenly when you put those 2 items together, and the way it works is you have to search through all the items on Amazon and go, well, this body with this lens, how many people have that body and that lens available? Well, let's say there's 800 of them. Okay, so how many people have that body, that lens with this microphone, if the camera has an external microphone port? See, that's very important when you get into vlogging. So you need a shotgun mic. So what kind of shotgun mics are available on eBay? And so for somebody that wants to get into vlogging, vlogging. I don't even know what I'm saying. They're looking for, sometimes you don't want to have to go and try to piece something together. I want to buy something all together. It's going to ship. It's going to get there. I can plug everything in, and boom, you can get 2 extra batteries and a charger in your bundle, right? So what people don't understand about vlogging right now, if you go on Amazon and you look for a camera with a 10 by 18 STM lens, you will not find a vlogging starter pack. Everything has much higher lens break. You're talking about somewhere around like 55 by something. I've not found a camera that had, and I did a little research on this last night. I was just looking this stuff up as an example. But now here's what's going to happen. We're all going to see it. You guys can start doing it. These are examples. I'm not suggesting that you immediately try to do that. You could skip the camera body and build a lens pack. You can put together a lens pack with filters. You can buy a filter pack for a couple dollars. So all of a sudden you've got a shotgun mic, some lenses, a filter pack, cleaning kit without a camera body. And then you do like a camera body with a couple of lenses or one lens, and you can put it together. The higher the price, the smaller the buyer pool. Keep that in mind when you're putting together a pack, right? You might want to do like a home networking pack, right? So you do a little research and you go, well, these 2 wireless routers actually work together to create a wireless bridge that would, so say you've got a 2,000 square foot house, and I'm like, wow, I want the same Wi-Fi all across my house. Well, that's incredibly difficult to do if you don't buy very special routers that bridge together to create a seamless wireless interface. A little bit of research and a whole lot of time can yield amazing results. I know I'm not the only one that's looking at this. And the reason I know I'm not is because Miss Dawn Post asked for suggestions. So here are the suggestions. It sounds complicated. It is not complicated, right? Everybody's selling a case of dog food right now for whatever number of dollars. And I'm going back to the dog food thing because it's amusing to me that people can't look at this, or they don't figure it out. And this is what I'm helping with, right? Maybe I just said all that wrong, and I don't mean to. Like, people can't figure this out because it's way outside the norm. And until you train yourself to see the profit, well, why don't you sell 2 cases then at a discount? So right now, 1 case is selling for $19. So somebody said, well, there's a guy doing it with free shipping. Well, maybe he's doing that as an advertising ploy to bring people to look at his store. Every instance in time is advertising, marketing. I have to constantly bring people to look at me. And so what I want to do is go, boom, if you look for a case of dog food right now with free shipping, maybe you can look that up. I don't know. Maybe there's a way to. I'm throwing out examples of how I think before I actually go and look at it. Again, disclaimer, I may or may not know what I'm talking about. Okay, there you go. We got that out of the way. I go on there and I look for items that have free shipping. And does that make a difference if I bought it and had it shipped to me? Could I resell that item without it being shipped to me? So could I take advantage of you with your free shipping and I relist your item because I've got higher and better feedback than you? I heard somebody say, or posted a comment on somebody, it was on some reseller thing I was watching, where they're like, yeah, I like to buy stuff from people with low feedback because they can't take a chance on, anyway, so people with low feedback are just starting out, will sell things extremely cheap to try to build up their account. Well, if you don't need to build up your account because you've already got, you know, top rated seller, you could relist their products, and as a top rated seller, you can make a premium and have them ship it for free for you. I don't recommend any of this. I'm just putting out examples. I would never, I personally would never have anybody ship anything for me. I'm going to look at it. I'm going to touch it. I'm going to feel it. I'm going to hug it. I'm going to go, this is exactly what I thought it was going to be. I'm so happy I got a deal. Everybody now knows how I feel about a deal. I love to get a deal. And once I've touched it and felt of it, I'm like, man, I got a deal. I'm very happy, and I'm making money, because that's what this is about. Maybe you sell 2 cases of dog food that you could buy for $6 a piece. They're up for $19. Well, you know, shipping's going to be $3. It costs $3 to ship it into Amazon, so you got $9 in it, and it's up for sale for $19. And then Amazon takes out their fees and handling, and it's another $3. So you got $12. Maybe you're going to make 5. Maybe you're going to make 4. Maybe you're going to make 3, right? So I said, well, you know what? To really sweeten the deal, I'll put another case of dog food in there, and the second one will be like buy one, get one half off. 2 cases of dog food are on sale. Run a sale. And I'm just using that because that's come to mind. You can do the same thing with any dollar store products. Package them. Build a bundle. People want to save money. And oddly, to save money, they will spend more money to save money. So if somebody's got a big dog and he's eating a whole bunch, and they're like, wow, 2 cases of dog food for, you know, buy one, get one half off. That's like going to your local grocery store and going, wow, it's BOGO day. I love BOGOs. Yes, that's right. I use the word BOGO because I love going to the grocery store. I will go to the grocery store and buy like everything that's buy one, get one free. And my kids will be like, what is this cereal? It's delicious and you're going to love it. They may not. And then I may have to eat 2 boxes of cereal that I don't think were delicious, but because I got a deal, it seemed to make sense. So I apply that logic in reverse. So if I think it was a deal, then maybe someone else is going to think it's a deal. But you have to make the deal very attractive when you're out on the edge buying products that may or may not be good. So, bundle it up, make it make sense. I'm Dave, this is Drive Time, and I'll see you soon.